Hey guys, Heather here from Tye-Dyed Iguana, and today we're going to talk about how to set up a humid hide. So first off, we'll talk about why humid hide is such a good idea. When you've got geckos like leopard geckos or African fat-tailed geckos, sometimes they need a little extra help when they go through shed. They need a place where they can go that is nice and humid to kind of help loosen the skin, and it helps them go through a much more successful shed than they would if they didn't have any of that humidity available, especially for leopard geckos because they live in a desert environment, and if you don't have any type of humid hide in there, they could have a lot of trouble with shedding. Their skin wouldn't get as much moisture as it needs to kind of loosen up and everything. So you can use it for a wide variety of geckos. We've used it before for our panther geckos, our African fat tails, and our leopards, of course. So this is just one of the humid hides that we have available here at our store. They can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. You can even make, like, I think people sometimes make homemade ones out of like little Tupperware containers, but we think these look a lot more natural and they just seem to work a lot better. Now, as far as what material we use in our humid hides, we prefer the sphagnum moss. Now we sell it in kind of a big brick like this. It's our New Zealand sphagnum moss. And we also have like a smaller pack right here. Now this moss we found does a really great job because it holds a lot more moisture than other kinds of moss, and it's nice and natural, and it's very soft once you wet it down with water, and it lasts a long time. So you do have to replace it over a period of time, but this stuff doesn't break down as quickly as other stuff does. So yep, we go with this stuff. Now we're going to show you an example of how we set up our humid hides. Alright, so here we've got our empty humid hide. The cover is removable. It's empty inside. We've got some of our dry sphagnum moss right here, and then we have a little cup of water to use. Now the first step is we get the sphagnum moss, the dry sphagnum moss, and sometimes it has little pointy sticks in there sometimes that you just got to take out, but just kind of break it up a little bit. Okay, so this is going to be really easy. So what we're going to do is, next step is, all you got to do is add water. Now we're just going to add water slowly. Now the purpose of this is not to get it soaking wet where it just drips and drips and drips. You want to get it nice and damp. So we'll kind of show you the consistency. So you mix the water in, you just kind of mix it up like that. So it is absorbing the water like crazy. And we kind of do it in a different container because it, so we don't get to any excess water in the humid hide itself. Okay, so actually that was the perfect amount of water. So you can see it's nice and damp. Alright, so now that we've got our damp sphagnum moss, we can go ahead, put it in here. So yeah, all you gotta do is line the bottom. Don't fill it up all the way or else it won't be able to fit in there. We just kind of line the bottom, make a nice little nest in there. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. We didn't use this stuff, and you see there's a little bit of excess water. Actually, there wasn't any excess water in the bottom, so we used the perfect amount. That's basically how you do it. It's really simple. And then when you notice it start to get kind of really broken down, really fine and everything, that's when you would replace it with new sphagnum moss. If it gets too dirty or stinky or smelly, that's another good sign. And then you'll notice that, and maybe after a few days, it kind of feels dry to the touch. All you gotta do is add just a little bit of water back in and kind of remix it up in here. Just don't add too much water so you don't like flood out the bottom of this thing. So yeah, all you gotta do is add water every few days or so if it gets dry, and that's about it. Alright, and then right here we've got little leopard gecko to try out our Humid Hide. You can see he would be a good candidate for it because he's got a little bit of stuck shed. So that's the kind of stuff this helps with. Well, you like our Humid Hide? Go in there. It's okay. I wonder if he'll like it. See? They just kind of go up and in there. There's a little ramp. What'd you think, bud? Hi. You like it? Is that a good place for you? Yeah? I think he approves. The last thing about Humid Hides is for your leopard geckos, since it gets so hot in the tank and you need a hot, dry spot for them to bask in, we make sure to put their Humid Hide opposite the heat lamp. So you can see we got it on the cool side here. And the same for this one, we've got it by their water dish. And we do that for the babies as well. You can see that we got a few different types of Humid Hides here. And then one more thing about the Humid Hides is that your gecko will probably poop in there. So daily you'll want to open it up. You kind of have to root through the bedding, make sure that they haven't pooped in it, and if they have, just go ahead and pick out that poop and throw it away. So that'll also help make your sphagnum moss last longer too. So yeah, it's a good idea to check it every day. So yeah, Humid Hides, they make a great little addition to your tank, helps them shed, and it's really easy to maintain.